There's this one idiot he's like this crazy. He's so crazy. He's like Springer. Like, I collect these retards. Right now, I'm the retard. Fucking INQ's up. But I collect these retards. This guy's called Nobody Special Finance. Watch this guy. Gotta subscribe. Nobody Special Finance. Here, let me give you this. He's almost got as many subscribers as I do. Look at this.
This is Aiden Toner Rogers. He's a 26-year-old PhD student at MIT and the author of some groundbreaking research that showed scientists at a large U.S. firm who were using artificial intelligence tools were wildly successful in discovering new materials, filing new patents, and generating new prototypes. His work was widely publicized by prestigious institutions, media outlets, and of course the AI bros were all pumping this study, claiming that this was proof that AI would...
Yeah, I used to trade Dendrion way back when. This guy is bearish on AI. He's not just bearish on GPUs and CoreWeave and NVIDIA. He's bearish on AI. This guy's got it like, you think I got it wrong. At least this guy doesn't trade, because he'd be down 50,000x.
Would soon be doing its own science. Science! But there's just one problem. Aiden Toner Rogers is a fraud. He made it all up. For all we know, the lab and the scientists in it don't even exist, and I just freaking love this story. It's the perfect example of how otherwise credible people have just totally bought into this AI hype hook, line, and sinker without anything resembling skepticism, and that has created an environment where crooks and frauds can thrive. What's up, guys? I'm Nobody Special, and this story begins on December 29th of last year with this article in...
Does anybody think AI is like a scam? Like it doesn't work? This here, CoreWeave exposed.
What's up, guys? I'm Nobody Special, and we have a special guest with us today. We have Gil Luria, who is the head of technology research at D.A. Davidson, and we are talking about my favorite company in the world to talk about, AI darling CoreWeave. And Gil, you are one of the few people in anywhere in the world of finance that has bothered to look under the hood in this company rather than just repeating hype talking points from executives. And I saw you on CNBC yesterday, and I really wanted to bring you onto the channel to elaborate on some of the things that you mentioned in that interview yesterday. So welcome, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. And so let's just get right into this. You were in this interview yesterday. You were presenting the bear case for CoreWeave. You were opposite Brent Thill from Jefferies.
No. He's skeptical of AI. He doesn't think AI is useful. It's hilarious.
He's an analyst over there. By the way, guys, if you want to watch the full clip, I'll put a link in the description down below from CNBC. You guys can go see the full story if you want to get that for yourselves. But I want to start here with this first segment from the interview that you did yesterday, because there were some pretty powerful things that you said just in those first few seconds here.
Gil, CoreWeave reminds me of nothing more than Supermicro 5 quarters ago. Is that fair?
Oh, it's a lot worse than that. This is somewhere between the meme stock like AMC and GameStop and Enron. It's really an off-balance sheet arrangement from NVIDIA.
All right, so there's a lot of loaded phrases in there to begin with. You know, GameStop, AMC, Enron, Supermicro. Let's just take these one at a time. The first.
There's a lot of players involved here at every level, from the ownership in NVIDIA, NVIDIA's ownership in CoreWeave, the backing of this line of credit, the size of this line of credit, and that produced this outsized beat. How NVIDIA has gotten to where it is might be worthy of some more investigation.
What's up?
How did NVIDIA got to where it is? Bro, the product of the companies is intelligence. That's literally the product. It's intelligence in a box. We've never had this kind of a product before. Who are these people, bro?
What's up, guys? I'm nobody special, and I have a special guest with us today. We have the founder and chief investment officer of LaDuc Trading. Samantha LaDuc is here with us today, and Samantha has something fantastic to talk to us about with NVIDIA and their big new client that nobody's ever heard of, CoreWeave. Samantha, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Thanks for inviting me on your show.
Thank you so much for being here. I mean, you were on Bloomberg yesterday talking about China, and now here you are on YouTube talking about little old me. So thank you so much for making the time to be with us today, because I think you stumbled upon something pretty incredible. I found it on Twitter last Friday, was when I first reached out to you. And shortly after I reached out to you and talked about it, I actually had some of my followers started emailing me your tweets. I had some of my Patreon followers sent it to me. Some of the folks on Twitter were sending it to me. So that tweet was getting a lot of attention. I'm going to bring that up on the screen right now. And let's just talk a little bit about what's going on here. First of all, it started with this tweet from Brandon PM. And Brandon is pointing out here that CoreWeave, which is NVIDIA's big client, took out $2.3 billion loan collateralized by $2.3 billion of NVIDIA's H100 chips. And those are their big GPUs that power AI servers. And then
I mean, this is hilarious how this guy could miss the forest for the trees. So this is a company that, let's just take a look here, that now has $44 billion a quarter in revenue. It's grown revenue. Just the Q1 revenue has gone from 8 billion to 7 billion to 26 billion to 44 billion. CoreWeave has a customer list that's like full capacity. Like, there's nothing weird or shaky about any of this.
He says how Blackstone, BlackRock, and Magnetar bought $2.3 billion of NVIDIA chips, which just happens to be the exact $2.3 billion in their data center beat on that magnificent quarter that they just posted. And then he said,
I mean, it's pretty magnificent when you fucking grow revenue 300%. Like, what's wrong with this guy?
As a fun fact, CoreWeave, located in Las Vegas, the U.S. growth NVIDIA mention is BS. And then you caught on to this right away, and you tweeted this one out. And this tweet kind of is really where you got the gears turning here. You say, and you thought NVIDIA pulled forward demand based on Biden's China policy, which I think is in reference to the belief that maybe NVIDIA sold a lot of chips because the China embargo isn't quite in place yet, and so maybe they pulled forward some demand. But really, it was CoreWeave.
The of orders was the expectation, but not as much as was reported. Continue, yes.
Okay.
How many times has this stock gone up since these guys started talking about it? It's the cringest thing I've seen. CoreWeave's up 5x? I mean, I think CoreWeave's a short, but they think it's like this fake company that is a shell. Like, they started saying is a shell company. Oh my God. Listen, if a stock went from 14 to 140 and I was short, I'd probably just jump out the window. I was wrong on like the biggest trend in technology in decades, maybe even in a century. Probably the reason you're taking criticism from me is I'm more successful than you'll ever be. AI has changed the world. It's a $3 trillion company. Look, CoreWeave's a freaking... My buddy sold his company to CoreWeave. He's a billionaire now. 86 billion market cap. Jeez. Oh, you can call up if you can. I think you are afraid. I've challenged you to debate many times.